most of your doubt from the activity practice and then the graded in the previous uh, weekly meeting or sessions. Okay, and we, for your benefit only, for the TS session, we have asked them to discuss the PYQ specifically because some of you were asking the PYQ questions. Okay, that I have seen, and then I have asked TS to just discuss the PYQ paper. So each of the session they'll be discussing one of the paper, maybe the previous term or previous to previous term. So you have to attend those sessions also. So, and if you are attending those, it will be beneficial for you only. Okay, and if you are asking again and coming up with a question here, there is no point of like discussing again and again the same type of question. Because in today's session also they have discussed some, I guess, January term paper or September, like the previous term paper. I am not aware of that which term they have discussed, but we have already told them to discuss the previous term paper only in each of the sessions. So now I guess they are discussing only the previous term papers only in each of the session, right? Are you guys attending those sessions?
Yes.
Yeah. So which one they have
Sir,
discussed today?
is the question is same for the quiz one or the qualifier student? Foundation term, sir.
Yeah, it will be same. Not exactly same, but the level will be same, but the questions will be difficult, like different.
Shuffled question, I think so.
Not shuffled altogether, different question. Okay, altogether different question, but the level of difficulty will be same. Okay.
And sir, how many question is asked in maths?
Yeah, 10-11 questions will be there.
Okay.
10-11 questions mean each of the question may have some subpart also. So altogether, if you ask me, it will be around 16 to 17 questions altogether. But because some of the questions will be having some subpart also.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, those and the questions are seriously not that difficult. I have seen previous term paper also. Compared to that, it was a bit easier one. So whatever is there uh, in this term, okay.
Just like a mock paper.
Yeah, it will be similar to your mock
Excuse me,
paper.
sir.
Yeah, mock has been discussed already, right?
Not discuss. No. Mock week 1 to 4.
It has not been. I guess it has been discussed in TS session. Some of the TS session, I guess.
No, sir, it was discussed that mock one, that
Graded
separate
assignment.
mock came of week one. That one was discussed, not week one to week four.
Okay, so maybe
TS
tomorrow or
is
day
the
after
last
tomorrow.
stage.
When is your next session for the? When is your next TS session? So one more instructor session is there. That is for the revision week of 3rd and 4th. So today we'll be done with 1 and 2. One will be more for the 3 and 4 weeks. I guess two more TS session is there, and one I guess for the previous term paper, and one maybe for the mock test, mock discussion. I guess, yeah. So tomorrow you have that old paper QP discussion. Tomorrow 8 to 10 p.m. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, TS will be discussing that, and again you have a QP discussion. I guess day after tomorrow. So I guess it's, on Friday again you have a session. See, I'll show you. If you are able to see my screen, just let me know.
Sir, which week revision will we do today?
We'll be doing 1 and 2 today. Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Is it
sir.
visible?
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir, visible, sir.
Okay. So you can see that today you have a revision. Tomorrow you'll be discussing some old QP, previous term ka paper, and then day after tomorrow also you have a QP, right? Discussion. So you have 2 more days. That will be like discussion for the QP, and one more session you have for the revision session, and that will be for the week 3 and 4.
So
Yeah.
when do we get to know about the qualifiers, like how the exam is going to be conducted and what we are going to be preparation, like things,
What? Which pace?
how we are going to give the qualifier, like things and preparation, such as pen, books, or such things.
Okay, after qualifier you're asking. after qualifying. No?
On the qualifier exam, at the qualifier exam.
What do you need to ask? Like, what do you want me to say? Which type of information do you need?
He might be asking about what he has to care what he has to care to the center and all.
Okay, it's a normal exam, so like it's a college exam only, right? But only the thing is you don't have a and like writing paper. You'll be having a PC, and then you need to the most of the all questions will be like the way you would have written some JE paper or some if you would have
Are
written
we
some PC
are we
any
allowed to use
exam
a
that
calculator?
on PC. Yeah, but
How to use a calculator?
calculator will be there already on the PC itself. Like maybe okay after writing the exam you'll able to know like in the exam
There
itself
is
there will be
PC.
a PC. Yeah, so there will be the calculator on the PC itself.
Yes, sir. In if you see in the this weekly papers is available in them also.
Yeah. So from there you
Sir,
can
are
access
we
and do
allowed to use a spreadsheet?
it's it spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet. Yeah.
We don't need
Why?
a spreadsheet on paper.
Why will you need a spreadsheet?
So because we are taught in statistics how to do those, and sometimes I use it to do.
So that you take
Hey,
only help, no? To what you want, you take help from it.
hey, you won't be getting any questions that needs to be solved on a spreadsheet and all. Okay, at least in maths, though, pakka it's not be there. Stats also, whatever I know is like there won't be any problem where you need to
Sir,
use spreadsheet and all. Yeah.
sir, they informed us that we should carry an headset, sir. So headset is important, or we can ignore.
Wired headphone for English exam.
For English, it's necessary. You have to contain it.
So for English, I'm not aware of that. You should be
Yeah,
asking the
there are
English
voice.
session.
Sound
Okay,
questions
so
are there.
I'm
Voice
not
related
aware of
question
those
asked there.
things. I'm not aware of those
Oh.
things for the stats,
Sir,
English, and
please
for
just
whatever
start the
the
revision, sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir,
I'll
please.
start it. First, let me
Yes.
clarify one thing. If you have to ask anything about the English, you should be asking in the English live session because I'm not aware of those things. Okay, if you'll ask me, I'll be like I can't say anything about headset and all.
You can take TA session for this.
You can just go to the live session of English and then ask, or maybe you can just drop a mail to know more information about that. But a spreadsheet also for maths you don't require. So for maths only you require is pen and paper. That's it. And paper they'll be giving. Okay, so do not worry
Only
about that.
pen.
Yeah, pen and your mind. That's it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's start. You're able to see this? Whatever is there my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So each week I'll be discussing 2-3 papers. So and 2-3 papers mean 2-3 questions, not paper. And those are like the concept which are most important. So after reading and if somebody has just solved some paper or graded assignments, you would have got an idea which of the topics from week 1 and 2 are very important, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So those only I'll be discussing, not anything else I'll not be discussing today. Okay. So which are very important for the your paper. Just try to get an idea about those things. Try to solve whichever topics I'm discussing today. If somebody hasn't is not that active till now, at least you have 3-4 days now, I guess. So at least solve this whatever I am discussing today, and you'll be in a good position to write the exam. And the papers is also not that difficult that you'll have to like it'll be difficult for you to solve the paper. Okay. So I'll start with this. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, can we get this PDF after ending the class?
Yeah, I'll give you the PDF. Like maybe I'll ask the port. It will be uploaded on the portal. Okay. But basically, this is for all the weeks. Okay, from 1 to I guess 7th or 8th week, 6th week. But you just have to read week 1 and 2, like week 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Yes.
Huh. Okay, so I'll start with the first topic
Excuse
that
me,
is
sir.
said. Yeah.
Where I will get old PYQs?
Old PYQ, you can ask your friends, some of your friends, I guess. Will like most of the people are having those.
You can get from internet.
Okay, okay.
Or maybe on the portal it's not uploaded or what?
No, sir.
Sir, TAs are already discussing question papers.
Yeah, that's why I'm not discussing. I already told them the TAs are discussing all those papers. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir, start, sir.
Yeah. See, so in the first week, basically 3-4 important topics are there. The first thing is like you should be aware of the basic concepts. I think the basics things. Why I'm saying those basic things again and again, because you can get a questions. So mostly you'll be getting the questions like NAT, MSQ, and MCQ. Most of the questions, most means like 60 to 70% of the questions will be NAT and MSQ, multiple select one, and NAT. MCQ will be not much, like 20-30% of the questions will be maximum. That also I'm not sure, but yeah, most of the questions will be MSQ and NAT. So for MSQ, you can get some basic questions. There you can be given some 4 or 5 options, and then you need to choose out which of the following are the correct one, or which of the following is the incorrect. So whatever the statement I have written in this PDF, you should be thorough about that. Okay, so set is basically a collection of well-defined items. Okay, you can have a finite set and infinite sets. You are already aware of that. And set of finite, so basically finite set. So let's have an example of a finite set where the number of the element or the cardinality will be fixed, okay, for the set. Let's, for example, you can have a set of natural number which are less than 10. So it can be starting from 0 to 9. Infinite set is basically that you can't imagine, or that you can't count, okay. Like for example, set of even numbers. I haven't defined any boundary for that. I just told that set of even numbers. So it can include, starts from some 2 to infinite, okay, that you can't count. So there can be a like statement type questions like which of the following is correct, and then can be a finite set is those sets which have a where you can have a definite cardinality. Okay, so those statements will be correct. So for the infinite set also you can have a like vice versa of the finite set. Is it clear till now?
Yes.
So I didn't discuss much till now. So yeah, so these 4 properties are like whatever 3-4 properties are important, because again the same type of questions can be asked. So statement type of questions are there, 2-3 statement types of questions are there. So you should be thought about the basic properties of each of the things. Okay, whatever is there in the lectures, at least just from the PDF or from this PDF itself, at least go through and read this. So for the properties are basically the items of the element, like any set is known as items that you already, and order doesn't matter. So this is an important thing that you should be knowing. So order is it's not important in a set. So you can have a set like not this one. Okay, so I'll discuss the 4 and then I'll give you example. And again, the duplicate also doesn't matter here in the set. Okay, so duplicate doesn't matter here, and the order. So you can have a set something like this: 1, 2, 2. So how many elements are there in this set?
Sir, 3.
2.
I told you, right? Duplicate doesn't
2.
matter in a set. Okay.
Yes, sir, 2.
So this is important. So these 2 properties are very important. Okay. You can get confused with this and relation. Okay. In relation matters, here doesn't matter. Okay. And then cardinality, you are already aware that the number of elements that is present in the
Can you
in each
please
set.
explain the order cardinality type this
Yeah,
question?
order is like, okay, you can have
Order,
one
every
to
order the relation, but every relation not order.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, set order doesn't matter. You can write 1, 2 or 2, 1. Both are same, but in the relation it will matter. Okay, this is what I was saying. So order doesn't
Yes.
matter in a set. Whenever you are writing the element of a set, you can write in any of the direction 1, 2, 2,
Suppose
1, 3,
sir,
4, 4, 3.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. And then so this through whatever I'm writing, this is important. Just mark it star. Okay, you can get a statement from this too. And then subset is pretty simple. You're already aware of what is subset, right? X is a some set, and then you have some set Y. So X, you can write it. What does this mean? X is a subset of Y. What does that mean? Can somebody explain me this?
What, sir?
X is contained in also.
X is contained, yeah. So
All the elements of
Every element should be
Some elements are present in Y set.
Yes, so whatever the example I have given, X, is this the subset, A is the subset of, X is the subset of Y or not here? The example
Yes,
that
sir,
I
it's a
gave.
subset of
Yes,
Y.
sir,
It's a
it is
subset
a
of
subset.
Is it the
because
power
all
subset? Yeah, is the power subset or
No,
not?
no,
Sorry,
sir, no,
proper
sir,
subset.
no,
No,
sir.
sir.
no, sir.
No, sir, it's not a power subset.
Proper subset.
No,
No,
sir,
sir.
it's not a
No,
proper
sir.
Yes, sir.
subset.
Yes, sir, it's a proper subset. So it is a proper subset. Yeah.
Okay, so proper subset, like there is a very basic difference between the normal subset and the proper subset, right? So that X should not be equals to Y.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
That's the basic. The statement you should be knowing. Okay, the two statements. So this is also important. The statement you should be knowing for both these things. Don't get confused in the exam. Okay, and the generation part is not important at all. Yeah, come to the relation part. This is the most important portion of your this week, and you'll be getting some 2-3 questions from here
Hello,
itself.
sir.
Only from the relation you can get 2-3 questions. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please explain a proper subset again?
So proper set is like same as the normal, whatever the subset we have defined. Okay. Only the thing is X should not be equals to Y. So there is like 3 element, right? And here it is 4 element, right? So X can come inside Y, right? But it's not equal to, X is not equals to Y, right? So that's why X is a proper subset of Y. So only condition that you need to check is equality should not hold. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and this is most important. So if you are not reading anything and just read it, this portion, the relation, so you'll be able to solve at least if you have 3 questions out of 2, out of 3 questions you'll be able to solve from this week. Okay. So I'll just discuss the properties of the relation. So 3-4 properties are there. So reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, and equivalence. So you already are aware of. If all these 3 hold, so it will be a equivalence relation also. Okay. So the first important thing is the reflexive relation. Okay. And so each word is important, whatever I have written here. So let R, so there can be a set S, and that is a Cartesian product of some A cross B. Okay. So let's, for example, you have a set S already been given there, and then you need to check for whether the given R be a relation on set S or not. Okay. So then for the reflexive relation, this word is very important. R is reflexive if and only if for all. So this word is very important for all X which is belonging to the set S. Okay, on which we have to see that whether the R is a relation on S or not. For all X, for each of the value, the XX should be present in that R. Okay, so let's, for example, you have a set S. Okay, and then you need to check whether R is a relation on S or not. And I have given a relation R1. So I have given basically 3 relation R1, R2, R3. What did I say about the reflexive relation? A reflexive R is a reflexive relation if and only if for all X which is belonging to S should be present in the R. XX should be present in the R. Okay, for each of the element. Apart from that, if anything is there, you should not be worrying about that. Only you should be worrying about that is all XX should be present in R. All XS means if I am starting from here, so the X1 can be A, X2 can be B, X3 can be C, and X4 can be D. So X1, X2, X2, X3, X3, and X4, X4. This should be present in my relation R. Okay, and if any of the 2, like any of the 4 is not present, you can't say like it's a reflexive. Because why did I say this? Because all X should be present. So X1, X2, X3. So it's like a necessary condition. So all should be present. And apart from this, anything else is present, you should not be worrying. If anything else is there or not, it's a reflexive already. Whenever this 4 comes, or let's, for example, you have X equals to A, B, C. Can somebody tell me what is the minimum number of element that should be present in that relation to become a reflexive relation?
Sir, 3.
3, sir,
Minimum
3.
3.
Correct. 3 should
At
be
least
3.
3.
Yeah, at least 3 elements should be present in the relation R. Okay, to make
Yes,
it as
sir.
a reflexive relation. Did you
Yes,
get
sir.
the idea?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now tell me R1, R2, R3. R1 is a reflexive or not?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
not, sir, not.
Anybody has any doubt in this? Why R1
Because
is not reflexive?
DD is not there.
Yeah, because
DD
DD is not
relation is
present.
not
And
there.
I already told you that all X should be present. So out of ABCD, only ABC is present. D is not present, right? So that's why it's not a reflexive relation. Okay?
Yes.
Now in the
Okay,
second
sir.
relation, you can see that R2. R2A is present, BB is present, CC is present, DD is present. Is it a reflexive or
Yes, sir.
not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It's a
Yes.
Yes,
reflexive.
sir.
A reflexive relation.
Identity both.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, did I discuss about identity? I just telling you whatever I am saying. It's a reflexive relation. It's a reflexive, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now come to the R3 relation. R3 is R2 is already there, so R2 plus some AB. AB is a new element that I have added to R3. Is it a reflexive relation? R3?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So the only necessary, what was the necessary condition to become any relation a reflexive one? What is the most important condition?
So it must contains all the diagonal elements.
Yeah. All the element of S should be present. Yeah. So XX
In
in the XX way, it should be present in that relation where we have to fix it, like whether this relation is a reflexive or not. Okay. So this word all is very important. So is it clear to everyone? Or should I
Yes, sir.
explain it again? It's clear, right?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's come to the symmetric relation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's come to the symmetric relation. So that this is the second one. Okay. See which. So you can get a questions. You can have a set relation been given. Okay. See, one more type of questions can be given. You can be given a question in the like the data can be written in some paragraph. Okay, 3-4 line of paragraph. Okay, and then you need to take out what is the set S, and then the relation R1, R2, R3. So the direct, maybe the information can be given to you directly, or maybe it can be given in some paragraph way. There'll be some information been given, and you need to extract out some information from those paragraphs and then set whether this what is set S there and what is the set R or R1, wherever the relation you have to fit to the relation S. Did you get the point? So two type of question can be asked from this. One where the information will be given clearly, or the second where the information will be given in some paragraph. Okay, 4-5 lines of paragraph, and then after reading that, so just read those paragraphs. If you are able to just read this, you'll be able to solve those. Okay, do not get panic like it's like in the 4-5 statements, so I can't solve it. Those are simple only, but it's written in oh shit. It's written in a paragraph form. Okay, only you have to take out the information from there.
Sir,
Yeah.
if in the
Okay,
question we are not given any set,
Not given any.
yes, sir. Not given any set such that here is S is ABCD. If
No,
we are
no,
not given any set and we are given a relation.
No, there will be a set where you have to fix out some relation. Okay. The information will be given. Don't worry about that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. It's not like only will be given. So some set will be given, right? On which you have to check whether the reflexive relation will hold on that given bigger set or not. Correct. If there is no two sets been given, how can you fix the relation? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Some move to the symmetric.
Yeah. Okay. So now you have a symmetric relation where you have a symmetric R is a symmetric relation if and only if for every xy belongs to R, a yx should be present. So what is the important condition here? For every xy, that is so there is a condition on R now. It's not on. So in the earlier condition, there was a condition on S that every element of X should be present in the identity form XX. Okay, in this form, all the element of the S should be present in R. But here, what is the important condition is whatever the element is been given in R, like R set in the form of XY, YX should be present also. There is no condition on S here. So whatever the set S is there, okay, you don't have to worry about set S. You just have to check that whether all the relation R are coming from the S or not. That's the only thing. And that also you need not to check, because whoever is giving you the questions, it will make sure that they'll make sure that all the elements that are there present in the R should be are coming from S. Okay. So only what is the condition that you have to check is wherever there is the element in the form of xy, yx should be present. If 1, 2 is present, then what are the elements that should be present to make it a symmetric relation? If 1, 2 is present, then
2, 1 is present, sir.
yeah, 2,
2,
1 should be
1.
present. Okay. Yeah. So this if R, so can you check that S is a set of, S is a simple set, okay? And then R1 you need to fix it whether it's a symmetric relation or not. 1, 2, 2, 1. Is it a symmetric relation or not?
Yes, sir. It's a
Yes,
symmetric.
It's a symmetric. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Tell me
yes.
R1 is a reflexive relation or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
yes, sir.
No,
Why
sir.
it's not a
Yes, sir.
reflexive relation?
It
Why,
is.
sir?
Because 3 is not there.
Because
1,
has
3 and
one
3,
comma
1
2,
is not
2,
present.
comma
relation.
3, comma 3.
Okay. Okay. So what are the reason? One by one, tell me. What is the reason that is not a reflexive relation?
Because 3 is not present, sir, in R1.
The
Because
reflexive
there
also.
are
Okay,
no
I
next
just wrote it
Is
1, 2,
not
3.
Diagonal
Is it a,
elements
is it
are
a
not
reflexive
there.
relation now?
No,
No,
sir.
No, sir.
No,
It
right?
should be 3, 1 here.
No, sir.
no.
Sir,
1,
because
1.
because each and every element is not
Yeah,
present.
because 1, 1 should be present, then 2,
and
2
2,
should be
comma 2
present,
and
and then
3,
3,
comma
3
3.
should be present.
Yes, sir.
Okay, apart from this 3, anything else is present, we need not to worry about that. Only this 3 is present, then we can say that it's a reflexive relation. Okay, now tell me whether this relation R1 relation, okay, it's all consist of all these 7 elements. Is it a symmetric or not?
No, sir.
No.
Yes.
No,
Why
Because
it's not a symmetric?
because we don't
Yes,
need
sir.
2,
It's
comma
symmetric.
1. Yes, sir, it is
symmetric.
Sir,
3,
3,
1 is not
one is
present.
present.
Because 3,
1 is not present.
Yeah, correct.
That's
Nice.
why.
3, 1 is not present. Okay, so that's why you can say that it's not a symmetric one. What did I say? For symmetric, for every pair of xy, you need to just check in R only. 1, 2 is present. Okay, 2, 1 is present. 1, 3, 3, 1. Where is 3, 1? It's not present, so it's not a symmetric. For 1, 1, 1, 1 is present. For 2, 2 also, the same 2, 2 is present. 3, 3 also is present. So you can directly say that it's not a symmetric one
So
because
yes,
3, 1
sir,
was
we have
not
to
present.
check for every. So we have to check
Yeah.
for every element here.
Yeah, you have to check for every element that is present in R, not in S. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
whomever you are
Yeah,
checking
okay.
whether R1 is a stabilized symmetric relation on S, then you just have to check for each and every element of R1 only. Okay, and then see the opposite, like the symmetrical one is present or not. If the symmetrical one is present for each of the element, you can say that it's a symmetric one.
Sir, if 3, 1 is present in the R1, then we will consider it as symmetric, right, sir?
Then it's a symmetric one. Yeah, if this was written like this, 3, 1, then it's symmetric. Because for every pair you have the symmetrical version of the other one. So now tell me this one. Is it a symmetrical or not? Is it symmetrical?
No,
No,
sir.
Because
sir.
we don't have 4, comma 3.
Or 3.
Yes, sir.
4, 3 is not present. Is it a Is it a reflexive relation?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Not in reflexive relation.
So it is not even a set, sir. How, like, it is not a relation, sorry.
Yeah,
It
it's
is not a
defined as
relation.
set as.
Now,
Now it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's symmetric
Okay.
but not reflexive.
Yes, sir. It is symmetric but not reflexive.
Yes, sir.
It is
Okay.
symmetric, yeah.
I guess this two is done. Now let's move to the transitive. Okay, this is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What about an empty
Yeah,
set?
and
Is
one more
it
thing,
symmetric?
Yes, sir.
anti-symmetric or anything else, whatever you have read, do not read now. Like, don't get confused with this. These all things will not be asked.
Sir, how
Okay.
R3 is identity reflective relation?
Which one?
3, sir.
R1.
R3.
R3 is not reflexive. It's not a reflexive.
Sir, is it a relation?
Yeah, it's a relation.
Sir, how it is a relation? Because 3, 4, 34, 24, 42.
3,
What does
3, 4.
Comma is missing
Comma 4,
there.
2, comma.
It is a 3, 4. It's a 2, 4, 4,
Okay,
2.
sir. Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay, let's move to the transitive. Okay.
Always order pair maintain, na?
So
What,
4-2
sir?
is different from 2-4. Yeah, 4-2 and 2-4 is different. I told you, right? In set order doesn't matter, but here order matters. 4-2 and 2-4 is same. If 4-2 and 2-4 was same, so every relation would have become the symmetric, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
If
sir.
there was an empty set, would it be symmetric?
What? Empty set. Empty set is
Yeah.
everything, and it's not like, yeah.
So
Empty set is what? You don't have anything, correct, in this?
yes, sir.
So you can say that all the condition you can apply here, right? Because you don't have anything here. So because you have xy as what? Empty. Correct. So yx also is empty only. So you can say that.
So it's symmetric and transitive, but not reflexive.
Everything. Yeah, you can say that. Because even for the transitive also you apply the same thing. So you will check that transitive also you apply on R relation only. Correct.
Yes.
In transitive also, yeah. So transitive also, just listen it carefully. R is said to be a transitive relation. Oh, sorry. Yeah, transitive. Yeah, R is said to be a transitive if and only if for every pair of element xy and yz that is present in R, xz should be present in R. So what did I say? If and only if xy and yz is present, then zx should be xz should be present. So xy, then you have to check whether any element starts with y or not. If you are getting an element that starts with y, then you should be checking for xz. Otherwise, you should not be checking for xz. Okay, whenever I'm repeating it again, if you are just checking, if you started scanning from the first element of the relation R, okay, to check whether this relation is a transitive or not, what you should be doing is just check the first element. If you have seen the first element, it can be in the form of xy. Okay, then check for any other element that starts with y or not. Okay, if you are able to find any element that starts with y, then you should be checking for xz. And if xz is present, you can say that this satisfies the condition for the transitive element according to this first element. Okay, and even in the first element itself, you have xy, yz, and xz is not present. That is the sufficient condition to say that it's not a transitive. Okay, even you are able to find one places where xy is present, yz is present, and xz is not present, you can say that it's not a transitive. But if you are able to find xy and yz and xz also, you can say according to this first element, it can be a transitive. Now check for the second element. Now again, go to the second element and scan for the second element and just check whether it starts with xy. If it is in the form of xy, just check for any other element that starts with y or not. If it starts with y, then check xz. If it's present, then according to the second element, it's a transitive. If it's not present, you can say that it's not a transitive. But the most important thing here is, if you are able to find xy and there is no other element that starts with y, then you do not to worry about anything. Okay, then go for the second element. Is it clear to everyone? What are we doing in transitive?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. I've
What? Hello. Are you able to hear me?
hello.
Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sir. I've sent you a question in the chat. Can you please have a look at and tell me is it a transitive relation or not?
Yeah. We'll do that, but not now. Okay.
But like, sir, it's just a bit of explanation in that. Like
Okay.
it's very confusing because in the booklet it is mentioned to be
Do the
transitive, but
examples on transitive relations.
Yeah. I'll do that. So
so in
without
the book,
solving example, it will not be clear to you. Okay.
yeah, sir, in the booklet it is mentioned that it is transitive, but for 4-1 and 1-4, 4-4 is not present. So that's why I'm getting
Which
confused that
question? Yeah. Yeah, it's not a transitive.
Yeah, sir. In the booklet, it is mentioned
Yeah,
there
it's
to be
wrong, I
transitive.
guess, then there.
Okay.
I guess
Okay.
it's wrong there. Yeah. Let's come back. Now you're able to see the screen. Okay. So whatever the example you
Yes,
told,
sir.
I'll discuss that example, the same example. I'll just copy it from there and just discuss. So whatever he was saying, I'll just discuss with you. So this is clear to everyone. And then, okay, then let's come to some example now. So what example you were saying? Just can you tell me the example that you pasted in the chat box?
2-1. Sorry, 2-4.
2-4.
1-2. 1-4.
2-4. 1-2.
1-4.
1-4.
4-1. 1-1.
4-1.
2-1.
1-1.
2-1.
2-1. Okay. So and what is your set S?
Yes, sir.
1, 2,
S
3,
is
4.
some A1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a transitive or not? Just tell me. So what did I say? Scan from the first element. This is my first element. Is it in the form of XY? Yes. Now I start searching for those elements that starts with Y equals to 4. Okay. Which are the element? 4, 1.
4-1.
And we have
4, 1 I have seen. Is there any other element that starts with 4, 1? No.
No,
Correct?
sir.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so now this is YZ for me. This is YZ for me. Now, what did I say? Now you have to search for, if you are able to find YZ, then you have to search for XZ.
XZ.
Are you able to find any XZ where
Yes, sir.
2,
Yes,
1?
sir. In last
Yeah,
one.
it's present here. So according to the first element, it is transitive. According to first element only. Okay, now check for the second element.
1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 4.
Now second element is this one, XY. Is there any element that starts with 2?
Yes,
This
sir.
one.
It's chance to.
YZ. Now 1 is present. Yeah, present.
Yeah.
So according to this also it is transitive.
Transitive.
Now come to the this one XY. Is there any element that starts with 4?
Yes, sir.
This one
4,
only.
1.
And
1 is
8.
present. So this is also
Transitive.
according to this element it's transitive. Okay, now it starts with 4, 1. Is there any element that starts with 1?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, and
Yes, sir.
1, 1. Any other?
1,
1,
2.
4, 4. 1, 2. Correct? Now let's see for, is 4, 1 present? So this is
Yeah.
XY, this is YZ. This is present. 4, 1 is present. Now see for this is XY, now your this is YZ. Now check for 4, 4 is present?
No,
No.
sir.
No, sir.
Not present. So if you are able to find only one condition where it's not satisfying the transitive condition, then you can say that this is not transitive.
Okay, sir.
Can
Is
you
it
please
clear to everyone?
check
Yes,
if
sir.
this is reflective or
Yes,
not?
sir.
Okay. Reflexive, how can it be a reflexive? If you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, for reflexive, what was the condition? For
No,
what did
sir.
I say? For all that was word all I said, right? For all X belongs to S, this XX should be present, belongs to R.
1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4
1, 1, 2, 2.
present.
Is it present here?
No.
1, 1 is
No,
present. Is 2, 2 present?
No.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So you can say
And 4,
directly.
4.
Is it a symmetric? So you can be given something
No,
like
sir.
this R4,
No,
and
sir.
then you can be a question like which of the following
No.
are correct. The
No,
first
sir.
option is R4 is a reflexive, R4 is symmetric, R4 is transitive, R4 is equivalence relation. Okay, so this type of question can be asked, and this you'll see that this type of problem will be there for sure in the exam, because already every paper you would be seeing that this type of problem are there. Is it a symmetric?
No.
sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
4,2 is not present.
4, 2 is not present. Clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Sir, every transitive relation is also a symmetric relation.
Not so. This relation was transitive, but was that a symmetry? Okay, sorry.
Every
This
transitive
relation was
relation.
not. This relation
Every
was not.
transitive relation is also a symmetric relation.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sir.
Wait for a minute. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is this is your set S, correct? And then
Yes.
I'm asking you 1, 2. Is it transitive relation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is it a symmetric?
Yes.
No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
How can this be a symmetry? Yeah. So is it clarified? No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Sir, how it is transitive? I didn't get it.
Okay. See,
Excuse
for
me, sir.
transitive, what did I say? 1 minute. Okay. For transitive, what did I say? For transitive,
We should have XY.
what was the condition? If you are able to scan it from the first element. If you are seeing XY, and then if you are seeing XY, are you able to find any other element that starts with Y? Here
No,
Y
sir.
is
No,
X
sir.
is 1 and Y is 2. Are you able to find any other element that starts with 2?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No. Okay. That means what? You need not to find about XZ. You don't have to find XZ. If you are able to find YZ, then only you should be finding for XZ and then check for transitive or not. If you are not able to find even YZ, then you can directly say that according to this condition, it is a transitive because you are not able to find YZ. Right? Only YZ is present, then XZ should be present. If YZ itself is not present, you will not be worried about that.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Yeah, it's clear. Yeah, you were asking something, right?
Sir, one question. Let E बराबर 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
And E बराबर 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and F बराबर 1, 2. Find the numbers of onto surjective function E to F.
Hey, onto, did I read about onto till now?
No.
Okay, oh sir. Yes.
No, sir.
Okay, let's start with the function. And one more thing. So onto function and all everything in detail you'll be again reading in 5th week.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So till 4th
Sir,
week.
Sir, fifth week.
You will be again reading those things.
Actually, sir, question paper is there, qualifier question paper. This question.
Okay, we'll discuss that in the end. First, let me discuss the function. Okay, I'll start with the function. Okay, tell me what is onto function first. Are you aware of that? What is onto function?
Domain and range are
Yes, sir.
Range and
Sir, codomain is
range and
equal
codomain.
to range.
Sir, I have lots of confusion between both of them. Can you clarify it very
Yeah,
simply?
I'll start with the function first. Okay, and then I'll go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just wait for 1 second. I'll just I'll have a question on this set and function. Let me discuss that first. Let me check whether I have that question. Yeah, and yeah, one more thing you should be just go through that is the Venn diagram. Okay, Venn diagram you have read, right? So just practice some 2-3 questions from the Venn diagram also. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So practice that, and that is like important, most important. So practice some questions from there. Okay, so whatever the question I have is the mix of 1 and 2 weeks. So, okay, I'll discuss first the concepts, then only I guess that will help you. And yeah, from 3rd and 4th week, at least practice more number of questions. Okay. From the first week, I told you the relation part is very important. Then the Venn diagram that I told you, just practice those questions from there. Okay, I have a set S.
I have
Yeah,
got
I'm just asking you a very simple question. Just tell me how many of the options are correct. Okay, so you just have to tell me which of them are correct. Okay, the first option is if you have a set S 1, 4, 3, 5, 6, then cardinality of this is 25. The second option is the same set 1, 4, 3, 5, 6, cardinality is 25 of S cross S. Now the third option is for S, for any set order doesn't matter, for set S equals to A, B, B, C, C, cardinality is a line parallel to x-axis has undefined slope. Yeah, tell me which of the following options are correct. Just write in the chat
2,
box.
4, 5, sir.
No need to say. Just write in the chat
5.
box. Okay. The first option is incorrect. There is no confusion in this, right?
Yes, sir.
Second is correct.
Yes,
S
sir.
cross S will be having
Yes,
5
sir.
into 5.
Yes, sir.
And do not do mistake in the exam. Okay, don't do mistake. Yeah, and one more thing, whenever you're writing the exam, no, just circle this incorrect or correct. Maybe somewhere they can ask you incorrect. Okay?
Okay, sir.
That you need to check.
Okay, sir.
Is
Yes,
it asking for correct or incorrect options? Okay.
Okay, sir.
So the second option. For the third option, is it correct or not?
Yes, sir. It is correct.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir.
It's
It's
correct.
correct.
Correct, sir. Correct.
Fourth is also correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Fifth
Yes,
is
sir.
not correct.
Also
Not
correct.
Yes, sir.
It's
Not
correct.
correct. Right now.
No, how 4 is correct?
What is I told you, no, duplicate doesn't matter in set.
There is only ABC. 3 cardinal.
You have only A, B, C here. Okay. The
Yes.
line parallel to x-axis has a slope 0. Okay,
0,
not
yes, sir.
undefined. So any slope that is parallel to y-axis will be having undefined slope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let's come to the function. This will discuss the basic part about the function. Yeah, and for the function and all, you just should be knowing about the basic things. Whatever I'm telling you now. For the function, you should be knowing how to correct. How can you say that whether this function is whether the given plot is a function or not? This is the one thing. The other thing that you should be knowing is whether the given function is injective or not, the given function is surjective or not, or the given function is bijective or not. This 4 thing that I told you, and then for maybe for some simple function they can ask you the domain. Okay, these 4-5 things you should be knowing for sure.
Can you
Okay, sir.
can you please explain, sir, how to find onto?
Yeah, I'll tell you. But the first I'm saying you the how to get the information. This is the 4-5 topic that I told you should be knowing at any cost to solve any of the questions. Okay, from the exam, whatever the question paper that I've seen, you should be knowing this all 4-5 concepts to answer those concepts. Okay. The first thing is the function. How can you say any given plot or any given graph? Okay, is this a function or not? So what is the most important criteria to check whether this function is a function, like whether the given plot is a function or not? What is the most important thing that should be checking is?
Sir, every element must have unique image.
Yeah, correct. So every
horizontal line test.
Horizontal or vertical line?
Vertical line test.
Yeah, the vertical line test you can do that. Okay, for if the graph has been given, if the graph is not that the equation has been given, how can you say that?
There
Okay,
is
so
2
for the equation,
condition.
yeah, see, this is like simple. Okay, even if you have been given some difficult, it will be very difficult to tell whether this equation is a. So yeah, so from the graph you can directly say that from the vertical line test that you do to check whether the following plot is a function or not. Okay, so vertical test, what does that do? For one x, if there are more than like one y, then you can say that it's not a function. So the same thing I've written here. One too many is not okay. One too many, if there is any function where one of the x is representing having 2-3 values, then you can directly say that it's not a function.
Also,
Okay.
sir, all the domain values should be used, right?
No, this is not like if there is any function that what does that domain mean? What are the values that you can put it?
Sir, the values extent, like the values in the domain should all be used in the relation, then only it's a function.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
you are
like-
saying about the relation.
Yeah, like
If
if
we
a
have a
relation,
set A and a set B, then all the elements of the set A are connected to the set B.
Yeah.
Not any one is not connected.
like not any element should not be left in the set A.
Okay. So for any function, so the most important thing that you should be checking is for any particular value that you are putting, any value that you are putting in that equation, you should not be getting more than one value. So there is a whatever somebody told that a unique relation should be there. Okay. So that is the one of the most important criteria to define whether any equation or any plot is a function or not. So if the plot has been given, any form of graph has been given, you can do it with the vertical line test. And if the equation has been given, okay, you can check it with the help of what? One to many. For any values of x that you are putting, you should not be getting more than one values of y. So for any particular x, you should be getting only one y. If you are getting, for example, y equals to x square. Is it a function or not?
It is a function, sir.
And if I am writing x equals to y square,
It's not a function.
So not a function, as -1 and +1 both will have same value.
if you have this plot, is this a function?
No, sir.
It is not.
No, sir, because 2 cut vertical
If this
line.
is if this is given, then
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It's
It's a
function.
yeah, because you can see that from the vertical line, this is not passing. This is passing a vertical line test. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So and the function has a properties like 3, 4 properties. The two types of function are there that you have to read it. Okay. The first one is the injective function, and the second is the surjective function that you have to read. If both the conditions are satisfied, then you can say that this function is a bijective function. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the first thing is the injective function. How can you check that whether the function is injective or not? You can do it with the horizontal line test. So in the injective, see, the only one condition that I told you for the function is what? Many to 1 is not, 1 to many is not possible. Okay, I wrote somewhere, right? 1 to many is not okay. So for one value of x, you should not be getting more than one values of y. Okay, so that should be that condition should be satisfied. Then only it can be a function. And for the injective function, what should be there is many to 1 is also not possible here. So here, each of the elements should be having a unique relation, or let's, for example, you have a set S and set B. Okay, so there should be a mapping from each of the element to the other element of the y. Okay, is it clear for the injective function? See, for the example, you have this example. So okay, first tell me whether this is a function or not. The first case.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It is
sir.
a function.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
No, the first
Not a
condition.
Sir,
How can
yes,
it be a
sir. It is
function?
not a function.
Not a function.
Not a function. The second condition is a function,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
tell me whether the second condition, this is a injective or not.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No,
Sir.
Not injective.
correct. The third condition, is it an injective or not?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Injective.
So it's
Yes, sir. It is
clear
not.
now. And for the surjective function, what is the condition that you should be checking is
Sir, why is
the
Range is equal
codomain.
to codomain.
injective?
Range equals
Range and
codomain.
codomain are
Yeah,
same.
range should be equal to the codomain. Any of the value should not be empty. There must be one element from set A that should be mapping to the set B. Okay,
Okay,
this is a
sir.
condition for the surjective or the onto function. That means the codomain, you can see that this function. Okay, tell me whether it's a surjective or not.
Yes.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Yes, sir.
It's a surjective. Is it an injective function?
Yes.
No, sir.
No,
Injective
sir.
function.
No.
No, sir.
No,
It is not an injective function.
it's not an injective function. Why it's not an injective function? Because two maps are coming to A, 4, right? There must be only one mapping from the set A to set B. For each of the
Yes.
element of set B, there must be only one mapping from set A. Then only it can be an injective function. But for the surjective function, that's not the condition. The condition for the surjective function is that all this codomain should be equal to the range. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So tell me, this is an injective function or not? The first one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It is
Yes, sir.
surjective.
This is injective. And subjective both.
Is it a surjective function?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it a bijective
Yes, sir.
one?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
And
Can you tell about the weak type content?
Yeah. So this and yeah. So this, see, this much information you should be knowing for sure to solve any of the question from the fact from the quiz. So I am giving you some questions that you have to solve, and a similar problem will be asked in the
Can you
exam
take
also.
an example of an equation and how we will conclude is this injective or surjective system?
Yes.
Sir, in equation I have a lots of data.
Okay. Let's, for example, you have a equation. So okay, so if I'm writing anything, so in the quadratic form, you should be needing the condition for the quadratic equation also. Okay, let me check whether I have a question.
So you can check for x square.
One second. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Tell me how many of them are injective function?
So all of them are injective.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Third one
All of
is
them?
not injective.
Yeah, all are injective source.
Even third one we.
All are injective.
The 4,
So
5
third
options,
is
whatever is there. Third, how can you plot this? How do we plot x cube? Something like this, right?
Yes, sir.
Is this passing your horizontal line test? Is it passing your horizontal line test?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Tell me whether it's a onto function or not.
Yeah, sir, it's onto.
Yes, sir. It's an onto function.
Yes, sir, it's an onto function.
It's a onto function, right?
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if you have any problem, you can just ask me. Okay, onto function you can check it, right? How did I say to check for the onto function? The codomain should be equals to what?
Range.
Range.
Right. So you can check it from there, right?
Yes, sir.
And if you have x equals to this and y equals to this, Can you calculate the number of onto function? And this is whatever he has asked, that's why I'm just solving this one. Not much important for quiz. So I'm telling you directly. Just tell me the number of onto function. If you have 1, 2, 3, and 3 A, B, C.
The 12.
Sir, I think 12.
12, sir.
How many?
12.
12.
2?
12. 12.
12.
Yes, sir. 12.
Okay, options I am giving you. A is 12, B is 24, C is 36, 4 is 48. This is not correct. It's not correct. This is not correct. Not correct.
The 36. Option C.
Okay. Okay. Any other? Anyone else? Anyone else?
The B, sir, 24.
No, 36 is correct. Okay. How did you solve this question?
So for every one there will be 3 outcomes, no? 1A,
What?
1B, 1C.
What?
For 1, it will be 1A, 1B, 1C, and 2 for 2, it will
2C.
2A, 2B, 2C,
2B, 2C,
and 3,
for third.
and so on for 3 and 4.
So this will be something like this, right? 1A, 1B,
1B,
1C.
1C.
Is this the way you're saying?
Yes, sir. For 2, for 3, and for 4.
Okay. Then 2A, 2B, 2C.
2A, 2B, 2C.
3A,
3A, 3B,
3B.
3C.
Okay. So you have 12.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now?
And now there will be 3 different cases. So like we can arrange these 12 also in 3 ways. So 12 into 3.
How can you arrange this 12 in 3 ways?
Like sir, some elements can be repeated, like not the pair, but like from X and Y each.
Basically, there is a formula. Okay, that whatever you have said is totally correct, but there is a formula. So directly you can use those formula to solve this type of problem. So from let's for example, you have n element, m element in set A. So here it was how many? 4 element was there, and here it was 3 element. Correct? So okay. So one thing is you can start with 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. 3 elements are there. Okay. You can have first, so you can have just take it whole number 3 to the power 4, and then you can subtract 3c1 multiplication of 2 to the power 4 plus 3c2 1 into 4. I guess you should be getting something like this. 3 to the power 4 is how many? 81, right? And then 3c1. So it's like 84 minus 48. 26, I guess. Okay, yeah, see, I don't think so this type of problem will be asked in your paper for sure, okay? Because the combination you have not read, then how can they ask you in the exam? The number of onto function and all. So this, if they're, I don't think so they'll ask you, but you can, if you want to know that, and that's why I told that it's not important at all for your quiz paper.
So please find the onto for the functions in the equations variables.
For the onto for the?
As we have the x square plus 2x plus 1 like this.
Okay, that type of
Polynomial function.
I don't understand that. In the first week, was there any difficult question that you have to go through, like you have been given a polynomial? So see, I can tell you, but it will not be asked in your paper. So why are you worrying about that? So I told you onto function, this all functions again you will be reading the 5th week, 6th week and all, and you'll not be, so here just they have discussed what basic stuffs about the onto function, into function, injective, surjective, bijective, correct?
Yes, sir.
In the first week, this is the first week itself, so they're not going to ask you some difficult problem where they'll be giving you a difficult polynomial and then you'll be asked to solve. Okay, if that was the case, it was very difficult to just get 40% of the marks, but that's not happening, right?
Sir, this one question that you have given right now, I solved it by that every x element has the 9 thing for that 1ab, 1ab, 3, 1ab, 1a, like that. So my answer is coming 36 like that. So is it a right way we can use?
I guess it will
is
be
a
right
long
way
and
only, then
complex, but it gives a proper answer also.
yeah, it would be a nice way. Can you repeat it? That like, can repeat the method? How did you solve that?
Like for 1, we can calculate 1a, 1ab, 1abc, and similarly for all the other elements 2, 3, 4. So there will be 9 for single one. So it will be
Can you
9 to
repeat
4
that? Can
and
you repeat that?
36.
What did you say?
For x, for 1, we can calculate 1a, 1 ab, 1 simply 1a, 1b, 1c, and 1a, 1ab, 1bc, 1abc, like
What
that.
is this 1a?
1a,
1b, 1c.
1b.
Sir is saying 1A would be fixed and then we move on to the second. 2A, 2B, 2C. Like that. So it will be total of like 9 combinations for 4
For
cases.
single.
No, that you can do. Yeah, correct. Okay. So I was just saying you, so do not stretch much upon this onto into functions, okay? So this type of problem will be asked in your paper. I'm just giving you some sample question. That's why I'm giving you some sample question. Which type of problem can be asked in your exam? Okay. Is this clear to everyone? So what was the definition? Okay, tell me if you have been given about the injective function. What is the most important condition for this?
Each element should have
Every
unique images.
Every image should have
unique
a unique pre-image.
F of x1 are not equal to f of x2, where x1 and x2 are not.
Yeah, so see, you can check it by this way, okay? But this also, it's very deep, like they'll not be asking for sure. If x1 is equals to x2, that means fx1 should be equals to fx2. This is what you have to check, correct?
Yes, sir.
This is what basically you have to check, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I told you some examples also, 2x, 2x. So any straight line that you are drawing, okay, x by 2, x cube, 4x plus 5, any straight line that you are doing, 4x plus 5, this type of problem, okay? And that you can solve with horizontal line test you can do.
Fx equal to x square will not be an injective function, right, sir?
Fx equals to x squared. How will the plot? What is the value you are getting? X. I told you for unique x1, if x1 equals to x2, then only you should be getting x1 if x1 equals to fx2. If you are putting it here, x equals to 2 and x equals to -2, what are the value you are getting?
4. Let's say it is not.
So
an
for two
injective
different
function.
value, you are getting one, right? I told you for the injective function, one to many is not should not be there. One to many and many to one also should not be there. Okay. So for unique, from if you have a relation to relation A B, from unique value to unique relation, like what you can say, that image should be there. Unique images should be present. Okay. For the injective function. Did you get the idea? See that
Yes,
you
sir.
can solve, only two methods are there to solve this injective type of problem. One is if you are able to plot the graph. So whatever the information that you know, plot the graph. I told you for the some polynomial you can do it. In the last session I told you, just check for how this function is behaving for the in term. Means check whether at x equals to infinity, what is the function behaving at fx? Like at x equals to infinity, how does that function behave? At x equals to minus infinity, how does that function behaves? Okay, and try to get the roots and try to just plot that graph. If you are able to plot that graph, you can check with the horizontal line test. One thing. Second is, if you have been given the equation, the only method that you are left with for fx x equals to x2, you should be getting fx1 equals to fx2. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt in this
Move to
injective
the
function?
next week.
Yes.
No,
No.
Okay, for any injective function, can you get the inverse? That also you will be reading in week 5. But I'm just telling you, for any injective function, as there is a unique images for each of the element from set A to set B, you can get the inverse also. Correct?
Yes, sir.
For any set A equals to 1, 2, 3 and B equals to A, B, C, D. Tell me which of the options are injective. The first one is 1C, 2C, 2C.
it is not.
The second one is 1A, 2B, 3C. The third is 1B, 1C. Which of the following is injective function?
2. Option
2.
2 and
Option 2.
Second option.
2, sir. Option
2 is
one and
correct,
two.
right? Why 1 is not correct? Because I told you 1 to many is not
Unique
possible.
images in each.
Yeah. And this also is not correct because from 1 you are getting B and C. Is it clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The third is not
Yes,
even a
sir.
function, right?
Huh?
The
Third
third
is not
one
even
is
a
not even.
function.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will summarize that week 1 again, and the important topic that I told you. You just go and practice those, at least those concepts.
Sir, how to?
First thing, what I say, the properties of sets and function relation. Okay. The second thing, what I told you, properties of relation, that too reflexive,
Sir, please mute
symmetric,
the Vikram.
and transitive. Okay. So these are the most important that you should be going and practicing now itself, or maybe whatever the time you have, 2-3 days, just practice those. Properties of set, this is pretty simple. Properties of relation, that is whether the function, the relation given is reflexive, symmetric, or transitive or not. Okay. Third, basic things about the function. Injective, surjective, bijective, simple functions will be given. Maximum it can be given the quadratic equation. Maximum you can be given the quadratic equation. Okay. Surjective and the bijective function. Simple can be asked about the domain for any function, and that too maximum quadratic equations will be given. Okay.
Okay.
Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If any questions are there which are not from this all whatever we have discussed it today, you can tell me. Like most of the questions will be from these all 3-4 topics itself. Okay. And the one more thing that I told you, yeah, the
Venn
MSQ
diagram.
type of questions can be there. MSQ questions can have the property. So just read all those slides of the lecture. At least if you have a time, just go through the slides. Okay. The proper subset. What is that proper subset? Subset. So in the statement type of question, they can ask you, and then you need to pick out which of the following is incorrect or correct. Okay. So this you have to practice it. It's like Wednesday to today. So you have 3 days. At least go through this concepts for the week 1. Let's move to the second week, and the second one is like the most simplest week. Okay, see, from week 1, 3 and 4 will be for week 2. So this 3 will be having a good chunk of questions. Mostly it will be like 25%, but the problem, like whenever you'll be having the questions from 3rd or 4th week, so the second week concept will be involved to solve those 3-4 weeks. There will be questions from second week also directly, but many of the questions where whenever they're asking from the polynomial quadratic equations, they can give you the concept from the straight line also to solve. So if you are not aware of the concept of the like straight line and all, you'll not be able to solve for the 3rd and 4th week. The questions that are from the 3rd and 4th week also. Okay, they can give you a straight line is there, and then a quadratic equation is like cutting that at some point P, and so you should be aware of the concepts of the straight line also. That is what I'm saying. Okay, so for the week 2, what are the concepts that we have to discuss? So the distance between 2 points, how can you calculate? You are already aware of the formula, right?
Yes,
And then y2 so it's like simple formula. Section formula, you should be just going through that section formula. Okay, do I need to discuss this section formula?
No, sir.
No,
sir.
Yeah. So okay, how many quadrant are there in a 3D?
8.
8.
8 are there. And how many are there for the 2D?
4.
4. This you are already aware of this, right?
Can you please, sir, 3D 8, sir?
See, for 2D you are already aware, right?
Yes, sir.
So
So for 3D, one more dimensions will be there. So I'm writing on a paper. This is a 2D or 3D?
2D.
2D, correct? So if I'm writing in a 2D dimension, so there must be a dimension. If I have to convert that into a 3D, so there must be a dimension that is pointing, like if you're pointing inside your screen, going inside your screen, and there will be a one dimension that is coming out of your screen, correct?
yes,
To make it as a 3 dimension, so
Yes,
the dimension that you're seeing in the screen is a 2D. Then one dimension will be going inside your screen and one outside your screen, right? So 4 and 4. That is outside your screen is 4 and inside your screen is 4. So we'll be having 8 dimensions, correct?
yes.
Clear?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So section formula, you are already aware of that section formula internally or externally. If you are cutting any point, you can be asked to tell the data point. Okay, that is externally cutting or internally cutting with some ratio and proportion that they'll be giving you. Okay, area of triangle, just formula, just read that formula. Okay, memorize the formula. So all the formula, there won't be any formula that will be given in the question paper. Okay, all the formula you should be memorizing. Okay, area of the triangle, most in many of the cases they'll be asking for the area of triangle of a collinear point. Collinear point you're already aware, right? What is collinear point?
Sir,
points in one line.
Become 0.
Area of triangle is 0 and the
point
slope
Area is equal to
Yeah, it's lying on the same street. Like say, basically the slope of the two, if you're just taking, if you have been given 3 data points, you can just take any of the 2 data point and calculate the slope. The slope will always be equal, right? For 3 collinear points.
Yes.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So area of a triangle, the formula also you should be memorizing. So I'm saying you to memorize the formula also for the area of triangle. First, check whether they are collinear or not. How can you check the collinearity? With the just take 2 points, okay, and then calculate the slope. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now come to the straight line. So you can be given about the information. So not be a 2-mark question, maybe a 1-mark question where you can be given a 2 points and then calculate the straight line equation. Okay, and then you can be, yeah, so this type of problem is most probably they'll be asking you this type of problem. Okay, I'm just giving you a question. So they can give you a straight line. 1 minute, just, yeah, so they can give you L1, L2, L3. Which of the following options are correct? They can give you. So the first option is L1 parallel to L2. Second option is L1 perpendicular to L2. Third option is L1 perpendicular to L3. Fourth option is L1 parallel to L3. L2 parallel to L3. L2 perpendicular. So, and then they can ask you how many of the options are correct. This type of problem can be asked, and this is highly probable. Okay, so this type of question should be practicing. You should
Yes,
be
sir.
knowing how to calculate the slope of equation, how to check whether the two straight lines are parallel or not, how to check
Yeah.
whether the two lines are perpendicular to each other or not. How do you check that whether the straight line are parallel to each other or not? How do you calculate the slope of any straight line?
Minus A1.
If I am giving you a
A divided by B.
Or for parallel, both
5, 6.
slope should be same.
How do you calculate the slope of a straight line? If you have been slope of two data points, two data point connecting a straight line, right? How do you calculate the slope of this straight line? Which is connecting,
X2
yeah.
minus
So
Y2
y2
minus Y1 upon X2 minus X1.
Correct. And so that's why I'm telling you this speak is very simple. Okay, so you should be knowing the basic concepts. Whatever I have written in 5, 6 topic, that you should be knowing. Okay, if you are able to know these topics, you will be able to solve all the problems from the week second.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you should
Yes,
be
sir.
knowing about how to calculate the equation in any form. Okay, the 2-3 form that have been taught to you, the intercept form or the x-intercept form, y-intercept form, those type of equations you should be able to calculate. Okay, any form, if you are able to know that, you will be able to solve any of the equations. How to check whether the two lines are straight parallel or not? How can you check whether the two lines are
Same
straight like
slope
parallel or
is
not?
equal.
If they have the same slope.
Each line.
Yeah, the slope should be equal, and for the perpendicular, the slope, the multiplication of the
M1, M2 is equal to
Minus
The
1.
slope should be minus 1.
A1 into B2, B1 into A1.
correct. Okay, I'm just
Multiplication
asking you
of minus 1.
the equation of a straight line. The first thing, y equal to mx plus c. This is in the form of slope intercept form, right?
Yes.
Point slope form. How will you write? Y minus y1 equals to m
M upon X minus
M
X1.
M into X
M
minus
into X
X1.
minus X1.
2-point form. How will you write 2-point form?
Y minus y1 divided by x minus
We
x1
can just
equals to y minus y2.
we can just
X minus
put the value of m in the point slope form.
Yes, sir.
We have just put the
Correct.
value of m in the point slope form.
Yeah, sir.
Correct. How will you calculate the distance of a point from a given? How will you calculate the distance of a line from a given point? You
Put
can
the
directly write
distance
it
of
as
X1.
right?
value on the equation.
X1
And
to
value
X2
under
plus by1 plus
under
c
root A
plus
So
square
these
plus
all
B
formula are
Okay.
very
square.
important, and then you have a distance between two parallel lines. Yeah, and the most important portion that you can't leave is SSC. So one question is expected from this portion. Okay. Okay, I'm giving you one question from SSC.
Yes.
You're already aware of that. What is that SSC? What is the full form of this SSC?
Sum squared error.
Squared error.
Sum square error. So you calculate the first. What do you do that? First calculate the error, square it, and do the summation. This is what you do, right?
Yes. Yes.
So you can be given some equations, y equals to mx plus c. So they'll tell you this is the theoretical equation that the given data should follow. Okay, and then your given data will also be given. Okay,
Yeah.
the theoretical
Yes.
equation will be given, the values will be given, and then you have to calculate the error first. So from this equation, what is the value you are getting, and what is the given data? Subtract it to get the error. Square it, do the summation, you'll be getting SSC. Correct? Let's, for example, y equals
Yes, sir.
to mx plus c, where m equals to 2, c equals to 2. And then the given data is like this. This is xy, 1, 2, 4, 9, 5, 6, 9, 18. Just calculate the SSC. Can you calculate this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I will do that. So you
Y
have
minus mx
equation
minus
y
c
equals to
Putting the
2x
value.
plus c. 2x. Yeah. Put all the values of x here. Get the y1 here, y2, y3, y4. Calculate the difference. y1 minus 5 का whole square plus y2 minus 6 का whole square plus y3 minus 9 का whole square plus y4 minus 18 का whole square, and then do the summation to get the SSC. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm giving you some problem. Just solve that.
Okay.
So for each and every topic, we have discussed some questions. So if you are just revising it also, whichever the question, so similar type of problem you should be practicing at least. Okay. So you have been given a point P, and that is, let's for example, that is 2,4. Okay. And then you have been given a line L1, straight line that passes through this point P. Okay. A point P has been given, and then L1 is a straight line that passes through 2,4, and that passes through 2,4 and a point that is y-intercept of x square plus 5x plus 5, x cube plus 5x plus 5. So did you understand the question? P is a point when given, L1 is a straight line that passes through 2,4 and the point and the y-intercept of this equation. Okay, and that will be that is the given theoretical model. So that the line that you will be getting L1, that is a theoretical model, and then you have been given a data set x and y, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, minus 1. Now calculate SSE. Just solve this question. I'm giving you 2-3 minutes. Just I'm telling everybody to solve this question at least. This question, solve this one. I'm giving you 2-3 minutes. Just try to solve this. If you don't have pen and paper, just take the pen and paper and try to solve this. It will help you in the exam for sure. Are you solving this?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Did you get the straight line equation?
Half x plus 3, y equals to half x plus 3.
Okay. What is the answer that you have got? Anybody has solved that?
Sir, for SSC, is there any range like for which we can verify our answer that it lies within this range, so it can't be like incorrect or correct? Like,
Now to have
is there a
also
upper limit?
I also have to solve it now. I just gave it randomly. But in the exam it will be given the range. The range will be given in the answer script. So what's the answer you are getting? Anybody? No one has solved.
45.5. I think.
Sir, if we directly calculate it from the equation given, we'll get it wrong, right?
Yeah. Okay, 1 second. I'm just reading the answer.
41.5, sir.
It's 41.5.
41.5. Okay. Okay, we'll solve this. Okay. So everybody has tried this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's solve this
Yes.
then. If you haven't tried this, at least after the session also you should
So
be
what
trying.
is the answer?
Answer, we'll solve it now. Okay. Let's solve this. So what has been given? One point is 2,4. What is the other point you have got?
0,5.
What is the other point you have got?
0,5.
Y-intercept, I told you how to get the y-intercept. I told you, right? How do you get that?
When x is
Sir,
equals to 0.
Yeah, put the value of x equals to 0. You are getting 0,5. What is the equation you are getting? What is the slope?
X plus 2y minus 10 is
5
equals to
minus
0.
4 upon
0 minus 2.
0 minus 2.
correct. 1 minus. This is what you
Yes.
are getting. Okay. Now you have y equals to mx plus c.
Sir,
minus 1 by 2. Why? This one. 5 minus 1,
Plus.
right? 1. 0 minus 2 is minus 2, correct? This is x1, y1, x2, y2. You are putting y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. This is what you put to get the slope, correct?
Yes,
Yes. Yeah. So plus c. Put the value of y of one value. So I am putting 4 equals to minus 1 by 2 into 2 plus c. So what is the value of c I am getting? C equals to 5. So what is the equation that we have got? Y equals to minus 1 by 2x plus 5. Correct? This is the theoretical model that I have. What are the values that I am getting? What is the value that has been given in the data set? Okay. So if you have been given any data points, and so to get the equation of a line, at least you should be needing 2 points, right? Or maybe a slope or a point. Okay. But here you have been given 2 data points. So 2 point is 2,4 is the 1 point. The other
Yes,
point,
sir.
how can you get it? So it has been told that this line, straight line passing
0,5.
through 2,4 and a line, it is passing through 2,4 and the intercept of this equation, polynomial that has been given. Okay. So to get the intercept of y, you have to put x equals to 0. So you are putting x equals to 0, you are getting 0,5. So this is the other point that this straight line will be passing through. So now you have two straight line, 2 data points or 2 points through which this straight line will be passing through. The first point is 2,4 and the other is 0,5. Correct? It's not it. Now you have to get the slope of this straight line that is passing through 2,4 and 0,5. What is the equation of how do you calculate the slope? How do you calculate the slope?
Y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus
Yeah,
x1.
y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay, then x1, x2, y1, x1, x2, x1, y1 and x2, y2 has been given here. Just put the value here. If you are putting 5 minus 4 upon 0 minus 2, you are getting minus 1 upon 2. That is the slope of the equation. Correct? Yeah. Now you have got the slope of the equation. You can get the, now if you have the slope of the equation and a data point through which it is passing.
Slope form.
Yeah, you can get the slope intercept form or any form you can get it. Now you have everything. Slope, you have a one data point, or maybe you would have you can get the straight line equation directly also using that two data
That
points.
is the doubt only, sir. We can use 2-point form and get the
That also you can use. That also you can use in. So that also you can use y minus y1 equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 x minus x. So that this also you can use. Okay, any formula or any method you can use to get the equation of a straight line. Okay, now you got the straight line equation. Y equals to minus 1 by 2 x plus 5. What was the given data? The data point was given at 1, 2, 3. X equals to 1, 2, 3. The data point was 1, 1 minus 1. This was given, correct? Now, according to your model, what is the value that you are getting, y cap? So putting minus 1 by 2, 1 plus 5. You are getting, how much you are getting? 9 by 5 you are getting. Sorry, 9 by 2 you are getting. So you are getting 9 by 2. Correct? And now you are putting 2 here. Now you are getting 4 from here. Now you are putting 3. Minus 1 by 2 into 3 plus 5. So this is how much? 3.5. Correct? So now you have to do what? 4.5 minus 1 ka square plus 4 minus 1 ka square plus 3.5 minus of minus 1 ka whole square. So you are left with 3.5 ka whole square plus 4.5 ka whole square plus 3 ka whole square. This is your SSC. How much you are getting? 9 plus whatever the values you are getting, you can put it here.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear to everyone? And this problem is the most important. Just go and practice the same problem at least twice.
Sir, can you up the page?
Okay.
Stop. So slightly down. Slide down, sir, down. Wait. Sir, actually, 4 minus 1 will be 3. Okay, sir, got it. Sir, what will the final answer? Can you give me some idea?
41.5.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, my answer is right. Okay.
So this is 20.25. And what is this? 3.5 into 3.5. So you can do it. 32.5 plus 9. It's 41.5.
12.25.
Okay. So
Yes.
in the brief, I'll tell you again. So again, I'm just giving you an idea. Week 1. So whatever the question, which type of question I've discussed, just this, like again you can, if you have written the problem that we have solved it here, 4-5 problem I have solved, all those questions you should be knowing at least. Okay. Week 1, basic statement of the properties of sets, and then you have 3 relation: reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. No need to study this anti-symmetric or anything else, asymmetric and all. Okay, do not get confused with all these things.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'm just explicitly telling you. Okay, so these are the important. If you are able to at least go through these topics, you will be able to solve 70 to 80% of the problem. Okay, this reflexive you should be knowing. Symmetric, whichever the examples we have discussed, all those examples should be knowing. Okay, and the third is function. So function, just the basic they'll be asking: injective, surjective, bijective. Okay, so all the properties you should be knowing, all the properties of function. So one property is there for the function: property is injective, surjective, bijective. Okay, there won't be any difficult question where you'll be giving the polynomial difficult polynomial and then you'll be asked whether this is surjective or not. Okay, so this won't be asked. I'm telling you explicitly. Maximum they can ask you for the quadratic equation. Maximum quadratic equation, straight line quadratic equation, and they'll be giving you set A, set B, and then they'll be asking you whether this relation or whether this function that is defined from set A to set B is an injective, surjective, or bijective or not. Okay, is this clear to everyone? Week
Yes,
1.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and one more thing, Venn diagram problem. Solve this one. This we haven't discussed, but you can go through and take some questions from and solve this one. So the 4-5 topics, whatever I told you, I have discussed for each of this. I have solved you all the examples. Go through the examples again. This also we have solved some questions where they have been given some simple equation will be given. Okay, and then also you will be doing the mistakes in the exam. So whatever I have told you, at least you should be aware of those questions. Okay, whichever the problems I given you, like 2x plus 1 or simple x square, is it an injective, is it a function? So this type of problem you should be knowing. And reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Okay, wherever you are getting a question, just solve this two clause. And properties, whether order matters, duplicate matters, what is the cardinality, what is proper subset, what is subset, these all things you should be knowing. Week 2, all the basic things, how to get the straight line, distance between 2 points, distance of a line from a point, okay, and then you have the area of a triangle, okay, section formula, and then the most important part is SSC. These are 5-6 things are there. Those are very important for your exam from week 1 and 2. At least if you are able to know thoroughly this all topics, will be able to solve 70 to 80, 90% of the problems.
Sir, can you please SSC questions, sir?
Yeah, what?
Solve the SSC questions for me. Yes.
This we have
Can you
solved,
please
right?
provide this PDF?
Give us an idea for what?
Can you please provide us the PDF?
Okay, this PDF.
Sir, how to solve comprehension based questions, sir? I mean, there are so many case study questions, so how to approach them?
No, maximum 1 to 2 questions out of the 10-11 questions will be there. 1 to 2 questions maximum will be given in the paragraph form. Most of the questions will be given.
Sir, those questions looks like very difficult. So how to approach them, right?
There's no hard and fast rules to solve those type of problems. Only the thing is you should not be worrying. Just go and read it. If you read it thoroughly 2-3 times, you'll be having a time. Okay. So the other questions won't take much time, that I can assure you. So whatever the questions, 12, like 11, 10 questions, 10 questions are there. And with adding all the subparts and all, it will be like altogether 15 to 16 questions. Only 2 to 3 questions will be taking you some time. Other questions won't take more than 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. So you can give your time. So just approach all the solve the other question. Yeah, what? I can't hear you, buddy. I can't hear you. Can you repeat it again?
Bro, your voice is breaking.
So everyone is clear with what you have to read it? If you haven't read it much from week 1 and 2, if somebody has read it whole, this like well good, you'll be able to solve all the problem. Any of the questions won't like much difficult that you'll not be able to solve. Okay, I've seen the papers like much easier.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, if you need this PDF has to have written all those stuffs, but okay, the PDF that was available earlier, that I'll ask them to upload it on the portal.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, can you send this PDF in chat, sir?
This PDF in chat, can we do that?
Yes, first
Yes,
you
sir.
download it and share it.
Yes, sir.
You can go for print, it will be converted into PDF.
Yes, sir. Then download it.
Copy. Save.
Sir, please come on
to the
meeting,
Zoom.
then where you can see it.
Okay, I'll try to send this with the shall be able to do it. I guess I can't. I need to upload it on my drive, I guess.
Yes,
What is
sir.
this?
You have to upload it on the drive. Then you share
Okay,
the
okay.
link.
Okay, so but that I can't do it from my tab, I guess. Okay, I'll ask the team to upload the earlier version, the original version on the portal. That will help you, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. So that will be there on the portal by tomorrow.
Sir, I have
Yeah.
one question. I've sent you it in the chat.
So yeah, so to everyone, so whatever we have discussed is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so this will be discussed in the week 3 and 4. Okay, so do not worry about that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Good night, sir.
Good
Yeah,
night,
good night,
sir.
everyone.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
Thank you,
so
sir.
whatever I
Thank
have
you.
told you, all the questions
Thank
is
you,
very
sir.
important. Every concept that we have discussed today is most important for your exam. So after quiz also we'll meet again. Okay, next session will be done by somebody else, but after session also we'll be meeting it again, and then I'll let you know. So whatever I have discussed, like most important portion of the week 1 and 2. So all the best for your exam. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
sir.
much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So the week 3 and week 4 will be discussed in the next meet.
Yeah. Next meeting.
Okay, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night. Good
Sir,
night, everyone. Yeah.
sir, in which date it will be released?
In which date?
Hall ticket will be released.
It will be released. I
26.
am not.
Tomorrow, sir. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
कल आ जाएगा सबका शायद.
Tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow it will be coming. That will be coming. Don't worry about that. So, like, do not worry about those things. Just study all those whatever the topics that you have taken, maths, stats, and this. At least for the maths, whatever I'm saying, you just try to complete those portions. And do not think much about like it will be too difficult and an on to function. How many numbers of all? They won't ask you. They won't ask you the difficult portions. Like just the first week, and how can they ask? Like it's not possible to ask.
Good night, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah, good night. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have very little doubt in polynomial. Can you please solve that? Today is last date for
Okay.
very
I'm just
little doubt, sir.
I'm messaging you my phone number. Just let me know there. Okay, WhatsApp number.
Okay, sir.
You can message me there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Good night.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.